we do it?
I think we did it.
Oh no.
We're all discombobulated. Nope. I don't want to be a leader. Throw yourself into the corner.
Me?
Yeah, you. There's no way I can lead this set. Hey, is there anybody out there in the ether space? Is there anybody writing comments for us, getting us famous? Welcome to the 5:00 morning show, the obnoxiously early wicked dicey show that we almost didn't do this morning because we couldn't get our shit together.
Yeah, turns out you have to plan this.
Turns out you have to plan, and then also, yeah. Thank you, Korey, for actually convincing us to do this morning.
It's okay.
So we're your hosts, Miles, Cam, and Korey. Korey, Miles, and Cam. Nobody puts Korey into the corner. If you're joining for the first time, like and subscribe. We just hit 107. We keep track. We look at every subscriber. Next stop, 1 million. That's my pitch. Joining us today, special guest, ourselves, winner of our own hearts and minds. I even wrote in golf claps. Okay.
I made it out of bed.
I'm golfing
me too,
hopefully tomorrow, so I'll practice my golf claps today for when I suck tomorrow.
I drove by a golf course this morning because I had to drop Megan off at the airport, and I was like, I think I want to play golf today.
You should have just came over my place, and we could have done it live from my basement.
Yeah,
not golf, but the morning show.
Yeah,
we could have gone golfing after.
Done what live?
Yeah, right.
Well, that's on our only clams.
Should we tell that idea of the OnlyFans Warhammer channel where we play
bottomless? Yeah,
bottomless or something.
Yeah, bottomless Warhammer.
Yeah,
it's like bottomless mimosas, but different.
We get subscriptions.
Literal.
I think that would be great. Well, this week we stumble through various topics since we forgot to prepare for the show. But items on the agenda are Soulblight is on the horizon, Blood Tithes, and Bone Reapers. Oh my. Other topics include we're still recovering from Slowgate. Sam won't talk to me. John played a match last night, so we're going to cover that real briefly. And I played Corn this week, so that was fun. And then a couple of little Everwinter? Yeah, Everwinter things. We got some Everwinter, like little tiny news. Yeah. And, as you know, in the crowd there, Ironweld's right around the corner. So
yeah,
cool.
A couple spots left for Ironweld. If you haven't signed up yet, you should, because we're not going to let you in if you don't got a ticket. That's a lie, but we'd like to know and be able to plan for it, because you can't plan with 40 maybes. How do you plan an event with 40 maybes? No, we don't have 40 maybes, but that's a nice cock you got there.
Thank you. Need to go refill it.
Café du Monde.
Oh, nice.
That was a fun place. The overhyped, I will say.
Yeah.
The beignets overhyped. Yeah, they're just fucking soggy pieces of dough. Yeah. So where do we want to jump into first? Do we want to throw John under the bus?
Yeah, let's do that. So John, thank you, John, for sharing this with us. This is a secret mission that we won't talk about lists, but Josh and John played. This was top of turn 1. It was going real well. Not really. But yeah, we have plans to fix it. And so yeah, this is for the retreat that's happening 2 weeks from now, in the woods, bottom of turn 1, which I always forget top and bottom. I used to play a lot of baseball, but I still
bottom of turn 1.
Bottom of turn 1. That's like Josh. He's moved, then Josh moved, right?
Yeah, both players had a chance.
Okay, cool. Just play twists and turns. Yeah, so it's a Skaven list. We can't say anymore because, again, secret meetings and secret things. Side note, I need to say out loud that I will be there tonight at 9 p.m. deciding list, because obviously the deadline's tomorrow. We need to figure that out. And Cameron, we should probably also figure out if we're going to do the filming this week. So yeah. Anyway, so that was fun.
We're just continuing to convince the crowd that we have some sort of nefarious other show.
It's the Warhammer OnlyFans. It's the first of its kind.
Yeah.
It's how
you'd be surprised.
Oh God. Yeah, so that covers that. So more to come there when John is an expert in his list, and we're all afeared of him. Yeah, next thing I guess we could talk about. I played Korn this week. So have y'all played against the new?
Yeah,
Korn?
I played against them. They're pretty interesting.
Yeah, how'd your game go?
I played against Noah, and Noah just kind of is a better player than me. This was a couple weeks ago when the book first came out. His build was a little more of a almost like a control build versus some of the other damage builds. So that was a really unique spin on it. And it was pretty much I was like could not do anything meaningful because I was just constantly like getting thrown trash in my face and like yeah.
Was it two bloodthirsters or what?
No, I'm not gonna say what it is in case.
It's a Team America.
It might be. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they're
yeah.
that or not.
That's fair. Yeah. That's fair.
I'll just say that I played
against Slanesh recently.
Oh yeah, I played Slanesh last night too.
How does that feel?
It's really interesting. Like their damage is just like the damage they can output is insane because they can reduce your saves and they have a lot of standing like Rend 1 and Rend 2 and ways to kind of increase that. But a lot of the damage comes from resisting the temptation dice. So it's like, here, take this and give me depravity, or don't take this and take D3 mortal wounds. So I mean, all my stuff has either a 5-up or a 4-up ward. So it was like I'm never gonna take one of these because it's stupid to. But you still get that chip damage that is like, maybe you die or take like 4 wounds on a Vanguard, and then one archer luckily gets like 1 through, and you're like, okay, cool. Well, that sucks. Yeah. They're very fast. I didn't get to see much of the what's it called, the depravity points in action, just because like we were practicing for the team event, and the way my list kind of functions is it wants to kind of dictate tempo. So oftentimes that means like if you're a shooting army, I'm a 1-drop, so I'm going to take top and I'm going to slam it into you and try to just pin you in and try to get up on points early and hold that lead. But he pretty much tabled me in his return phase. It was like 10 knights gone, 6 Vanguard gone. So all I had left were like my Corvus Cabal, like just stuff that wasn't going to live or do anything meaningful. So we called in and we grabbed a beer.
Nice.
Yeah.
I asked because I saw some rumbling. Somebody was, I'm not going to name names on Twitter, but somebody was upset and thinks the book is trash.
Oh, I'll name names. Aaron.
Okay.
I don't care. It's on Twitter. It's public.
I don't know.
That's the thing that blows my mind.
Blast.
Yeah. When people like send or like post like what's it called, screenshots on Facebook or something or on Twitter, like they block out the person's name but like leave everything else in there. It's like you can just go and reverse search this and find it. Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know what he was playing, but it's definitely an army where there's a lot of moving parts, and if you can, or if you're not accustomed rather to all those moving parts, no, it's private by the I think a Muskrat took it private, John. Anyways, yeah, there's a lot of moving parts, and if you're not accustomed to like managing like 12 buff ranges and just a bunch of those things, yeah, you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah. So I think I saw somebody ask about the depravity thing, and I know Vince talked about the math behind it. Seemed like you'd never take the temptation, right?
Yeah.
So that's still the deal, or now that you've played, are you like not worried about?
No, I mean, I will. I don't think I'd ever take it. It's definitely so. There's 2 ways that they can generate depravity, right? Via the temptation dice or through euphoric killers. Mm-hmm. I don't think a good player will ever accept a temptation dice, because if you take even 3 of them, right, that's possibility of 18 closer to like 10, right, depravity that they're going to take or give to you them, and they start getting bonuses I think at 12. Oh, we get someone from Italy. Hello.
Yeah.
welcome. Anyways,
I don't
yeah.
know how
So,
to say hello in Italian.
is it buongiorno?
Buen noche. I don't know. Go
I got
Spanish.
it.
Buongiorno. There we go. So
There
you
you
got it.
go.
Yeah.
You're like,
Tell us what you play from Italy.
Yeah. And we'll continue babbling about depravity, but no. So, anyways, right? Like, yeah, like if you take like 2 to 3 depravity per like phase, you can very easily get them to that 5-up ward like very quickly. And you don't want that. Like, you don't want them getting any bonuses. So just
Yeah.
take the damage. Yeah, it's the only time I could see taking a depravity is if it would allow me to complete my grand strategy, deny them my grand strategy or battle tactic, deny them a it has to be some sort of thing that's going to put me up enough where the
Yeah.
benefit that they get is not significant.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. Cameron, have you had any time with any of the new books coming out? Have you played Soulblight yet or looked at it or yeah?
I mean, I've looked at it. I haven't been able to play against anything, so I'm a little bit in the dark on that stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely need to do some homework on it.
Are you on the dark side?
A little bit. No, I haven't played against them yet, so I need to try Corn. I think a lot of people are very excited about it. Slanesh, I don't expect to like see as much.
I'm surprised by that.
I don't think it's that as it's definitely not as it's not for everybody, like in terms of model range, I think. So maybe you'll see some more with the new book, but like still don't kind of think you're gonna see a lot of it as much as like you'll see a lot of Corn, I bet. So
Would Slanesh be
Corn
like,
is very popular, yeah.
Would Slanesh be like the OnlyFans army that we'd have to run every time? Like,
Probably, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know it was super popular, especially because it was like OP as hell, like back in 2.0 or whatever.
Yeah.
So like
that was a very different build, though. The summoning.
so you might be right though that like people might just have them in a closet that they might just be able to, like.
Well, that might be the other point too, right? Is like now that the build is very different, there might be like a lot of stuff making its way to eBay for pretty cheap. So maybe it'll pop up. But I almost did a Slanesh army. I guess this was back in 2.0 when they first came out, and it's like I feel like Anthony and Brad always have very similar like army theme ideas as me, and like Anthony's like, oh, I'm gonna do like an Araby themed one. I was like, fuck, I wanted to do one that was like pretty much King Xerxes and the Persians, attacking the gates of Sparta, right? But then I was like, all right, no, I'm not going to copy someone else's idea. All right. Yeah. What do we got? We got play TTS on Slanesh. If you put 3x10 archers and sharpshooters, you target enemy hero, buffer hero. Maybe you can also, that's like another way that you force them is like if you can sharpshoot a very key hero, you kind of contemplate taking him as well. That's a good point.
Yeah. If you're playing sharpshooters.
Make sure, that's interesting. Is D6 depravity? It's not. I thought it was 1 depravity point. Is it D6?
No, it's D6. Yeah. So then your 4 killers is like you pick one of your units in the combat phase, and you pick one of an enemy unit in the combat phase, and then for every damage you do up to the cap, right? So like say it's like a 20 wound unit, and you do 80 wounds, so you don't get 80 depravity, you get 20, and that's like another way to get a lot of depravity. So like the tactic there pretty much is like you pick like your what are they, slick blades or like whatever your other big hammer unit or hammer unit, and then you look for like the biggest bag of wounds and you go that thing, right? So like, and you like walk away with like 30 depravity at the end because you're like rend 3 damage a million, like cool stuff.
It's funny that this like the archers and sharpshooter are actually, because like not a lot of people are bringing sharpshooter these days, because I think a lot of people have just decided to just like kill everything as their game plan. But it's funny when like the bliss barbs being in sharpshooters and like the Rotmire Creed and stuff, like there's like a couple units that are like perfect for sharpshooting, but like not really for the like the killiness output. It's for like the utility.
Yeah.
How that like the sharpshooter slotted into this meta a little bit. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. I think
on that, I was like thinking about this last night when I was playing a list. Do a lot of people still like, are a lot of people using the Galatian champion regiment or whatever it's called, like the sworn bodyguard.
The sworn bodyguards.
I feel like everyone's
I
one
think-
drop right now, but I'm just curious, is it because you're also giving your opponent a sworn bodyguard to kill, right? Is kind of the deal.
Yeah, you have that. You're giving away
and it's taking 2
Battletech.
drops, and
2 drops.
it's
You're
kind of
giving
hard
it
to set up that fight mechanic because the hero has to be in combat. So like if the hero is not in combat, right? Like you can't.
Do they have to be in combat or nearby? I forget.
I believe they have to be in combat.
Look it up here. But yeah,
the hero does.
Yeah. So if you're not in combat with the hero, I think it basically
kinda
gimps you
worthless.
from being able to use him in the hero phase.
Yeah. Zach had the bodyguard for KO Balloon Boys, so they could all fight from the boat on the okay, that makes sense. Yeah. That's
There's
Zach mechanic.
Yeah.
If I've ever seen one.
Yeah, Zach Boyce.
Yeah, he got away with murder with no KO points.
Yeah. Slaves went down in points, but
Slaves went down.
Yeah.
Gits are still hanging in there. I've played again. So I played Korn this Wednesday. Dave, thanks for the game. Dave, that was super awesome. Actually, by the way, shout out right now. Like, we play a lot of games, and like every once in a while, you just get one of those really refreshing games where like everybody's just like going back and forth and like super rooting for you. Like he was rooting for me, and I was rooting for him, and it was just like. It was just awesome. Yeah. And so I just wanted to like say that out loud because I had a lot of fun on Wednesday.
Dave, real quick story about Dave. Dave was probably like one of either the first or second people I met when I moved to Boston to play Warhammer, and he was playing it's like Nurgle Chaos Space Marines. I was playing Space Wolves, and he just like kicked my face in. And then I started playing Riptides, and he loves Riptides.
Yeah. It sounds like he doesn't.
No.
Yeah. So that was really fun. But the what was I thinking of that? So played Korn. He had, I guess, double Bloodthirster. One of them. I don't know which ones. One of them had like a -1 to hit. The other one, I think, was just the Boomthirster kind of build, and then a whole bunch of those little guys, the Bloodseekers. Is that what they're called?
Bloodletters.
Bloodletters, and then he had the cannon thing, which was really fun.
Yeah, one cannon. The cannon's interesting.
Yeah, it stayed through the whole game. And
Skull Cannon.
Yeah, Skull Cannon is a cool model too.
I really like it.
Yeah, we should pop a picture up at some point on that. But the it was fun. I don't think he like fully knew his army, so like I kind of tore him apart. But that's why I got into this, which was, Gits went up. All of my lists went up 120 to 140 points, but what that kind of just meant was I dropped one unit and then like had the same thing. So the unit I dropped was the Sloggoth, and so it's still strong.
That's a light touch.
Yeah.
My list went up 100 to 120 points, and I was down 150. So I dropped the Sloggoth.
Yeah, like the normal reaction is just like, oh no, now I don't get a double triumph. But no, you're like, I need the double triumph still. Like,
yeah. I mean, I wish I didn't have the point hike for sure. I mean, I'm a little weary of the 4s and 3s being 5s and 3s, but like otherwise, it smacks. I still love the playing Gits right now.
Yeah. The other thing that came out of Battle Scroll that was like funny was like they tried to nerf Lumineth, and then they were just like, okay, well, you didn't do it.
Yeah, which means you said you're going back to Lumineth soon.
Yeah. I painted up a Lore Seeker
people.
Yeah. Yes. The land of negative play experience.
Oh my gosh.
I think that's like I was talking
DJ
to Anthony. Yeah, DJ Techless. Like I need to do that this time around.
You said you played League of Legends at some point, right? Do you know there's like a character Sona in it, and she's like a DJ.
Okay.
And you should like look at some of the artwork that they have of her. I feel like that's a very Techlessy.
Okay.
It's real fun stuff. So
for sure.
With your fingerprint Techless.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Why don't you host a paint and sip?
What's that?
Why doesn't Korey host a paint and sip?
You're right.
Yeah. It's because No comment. But no, paint and sip's coming up. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, you're going back to Lumineth, right?
Yeah, going back to Lumineth, yeah.
Much to
Oh my
Anthony's
God.
like chagrin.
Yeah.
Or
Well, no, yeah, I'm playing Slaves to Darkness until after the team tournament. Or maybe I take Lumineth to Pittsburgh next week. I don't know.
Are you gonna do Lumineth with? Are you gonna get Darren and them to like look over your Lumineth stuff, or like So
we're already working on that. Yeah.
Okay,
cool.
Cool.
It's been.
And for folks who don't know that, what I'm talking about in the audience is Korey is working with like Darren and Watson and a couple
Luke
other
Morton,
folks.
Onwards AOS.
Like Onwards AOS. It's like a coaching program that you definitely check out. Solid humans, amazing humans that will teach you how to kick some ass.
Yeah.
Or Allegedly. Teach you how to play Slaves of Darkness, and then Korey takes it to a tournament and goes 0-2.
Yeah. Well,
just like shit. I'm gonna go to Lumineth.
The weird thing it's like so hard to play an army that you're like not interested in. It's just like it was really good in like November, December time frame, and then all the new books just kind of so outclass it, and like it's very one-dimensional, right? You don't have a lot of tools. Like your main play is like, well, can I move or can I optimize, right? Like the number of units I like hit, kill, and like tag, right? And if that's not your play style, it's very miserable. Not miserable, but like
you know what armies like that for me? Lumineth.
Yeah. You don't like them?
I tried for the like slow grow league to build a new army. I started with Lumineth. I'm like, this is great. This is gonna be a great reason to like get these off my shelf. And I just could not deal with painting them.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to play them too, and I was like, oh God, like, I don't like this.
You have to have like a certain like sickness to yourself. I mean, like, how do I make my opponent have the worst fucking time possible?
From the hobby standpoint, I also have an aversion to like the basic troop choices having like a million details.
Yeah.
Because it makes it very draining to paint. Which is, I'm actually very concerned about the new cities models that they've.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because I think they might fall into that same boat of like, there's just going to be too many things. So
this guy wasn't too bad. I'm going to flash up my lore secret that I because I want the world to see it. But he's okay. He's got some work left to him, but like the trim's not too bad on him. But yeah, definitely on the on like the fucking spear dudes. You're just like, why?
Yeah. I did the cavalry and then I did 20 spears, and I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this.
Well, imagine doing that with like 40 archers as well.
It broke me, and I was like, I have to make archers, and no, I can't do it.
It just means you did not have the strong enough spirit to play Lumineth.
That's fine.
They broke you before you even got to the table.
You can have them. Yeah. I don't want it.
Dude, Lumineth, they have like a dark. They're like kind of a dark spirit, right, or something. Is that
no? Like they're like the light elves. Like there's like I forget because they changed the.
They're
lore.
Like a bunch of punks, right? They're a bunch of like snobby like made.
They're like cloistered, like
weird Nazis.
Like what? No, they're not Nazis. Their whole thing is like we like. Essentially, like in the old world, like the high elves are responsible for like the creation of Slaanesh because they're like just like fucked a chaos god into existence with like all their like depraved like pursuit of like pleasure and excess, and then they were like, okay, so now we just have to be super restrictive. No one can touch anyone, and you just have to focus on magic.
Oh God,
yeah.
Does all cow Lumineth have any gas? I don't think it
has
does,
some gas, but
because I've not seen a single cow Lumineth list on the board. I think we talked about that last week, but I still want to play against them. Like I don't like where the hell are these people with the cow Lumineth list?
It's just like, why would you punch something when you could shoot something and blast it with lasers? Yeah. So no, I mean the Alarth build, the big struggle with the Alarth build is GW keeps like flip-flopping on the FAQ for them on like how their reduced rent thing works. So like now they fixed it in the other FAQ where it was just like whatever, I forget what it was, because like once again, Alarith, no one fucking pays attention, but now it's in such a way where like it negates the first 2 rend versus being potentially negating more. I think in the old FAQ it's like, yeah, whatever your base rend is, if it's that, it stops it, and then your modifier would also get stopped too. But now it's like if you're rend 2 to 3, then you get hit at rend 1 versus rend 0. But
yeah, so that affects like lances, right? Things that gain rend on charges and stuff.
Yeah, or like
Beast of Chaos.
Yeah, anything like Iron Jaws, anything, yeah, that improves their rend. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny that book came out. I feel like it's been so like at first it came out, everyone's like, oh, the Stone Guard and Alarith are good again, and then played it for like 2 weeks and like, nope.
Yeah.
We're back to 40 Sentinels and Techless.
Yeah. No, I think I think the Techless Castle is still viable. Like the Techless Castle I'm running right now has 240 points of endless spells. So like
yeah,
it's definitely viable. It's like you lose effectively, like, or you could even keep it how it was with like the 3 squads of kangaroos, but then you just go down to 1 endless spell versus 3. You don't really want to do that because your battle tactic is you have battle tactics for having 2 endless spells out. So yeah, right now like the list I'm planning to try out is Techless, Caligrave, which no one has ever ran before in their life. It's like a Cathalar, but doesn't have the Bellicor spell. Then I have a unit of Kangaroos, a unit of Wardens, a unit of Battle Line Sentinels that are 20, a non-unit of Battle Line Sentinels that are 20, Spell Portal, Ravenox, Jaws, and the Purple Sun, because everyone loves the Purple Sun.
So Helon dodged another balance pass, right?
Yeah, they didn't. I thought they were going to change it to like specifically like to the what's it called? Hurricane like keyword.
Yeah.
But now like I mean,
on.
Yeah, I mean it's fun using Techless and Helon because you're just like, I get 2 shots now that are 2s minus whatever d6 damage. It's
so weird.
Fun. Yeah.
So weird. Yeah, that list is very scary.
Yeah.
I've seen it in multiple iterations, and it's not fun to play against.
What's your next tournament, Cam?
It was gonna be it was gonna be Warpstone, but I slacked really hard on buying plane tickets, and so didn't feel like paying $800 to fly to Pittsburgh. And somehow Pittsburgh is like harder to get to than Mars, I think. Just because like you can't really drive because it's like a 9-hour drive. And then I was like, oh, what about trains? That's a 9 to 17-hour train ride. And then like that's it. I could tie myself to a bunch of balloons, maybe, with like a little box fan.
John's got some balloons you can have. He's got little models with balloons.
Yeah, the FAA may not like it, and I might get shot down if they think I'm a Chinese spy drone.
Yeah, there you go.
But I might make it there. Yeah. So there's that.
But so then the retreat's your next one, and then after that is Ironweld, I guess. Or...
Yep.
Yeah.
That's like there's like what 3 weeks in between those.
Yeah. Oh, should we? Are we announcing? Bob's has something coming up, right?
June 10th. Bob turns 60.
June 10th. We have a RTT. So everyone in the whole world, come and hang out with us. Be real fun.
Cake and pizza.
I have a wedding like the next week, so I don't know if I'll be in town, but I should be fine. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I don't remember when we're leaving for that, but the should probably figure that out. Yeah,
wedding?
My wedding.
Yeah, you should probably figure that out, huh?
Probably figure that out. Yeah. So anyway. Okay, cool. So we're kind of we reached about the 30-minute mark here. I want to like mention some random things. We finally made headway on an Everwinter venue. So we're one signature away from locking in a really, really awesome place. And so that's fun. After a long, toilsome debacle with an FBI agent and a hotel room that got broken into. Anyway, more on that later.
Why don't we
stay tuned for next week?
make Chuck E. Cheese the venue, you coward.
Oh my gosh, that would be great. We've tried breweries, but as soon as I send the inquiry and I say we need like 150 tables, they're like, no. Like
100. Yeah,
it's like 75 to 150, and they're just like,
I don't think they're not usually equipped for that. Like,
and on top of that, like they can just make $10,000 from being open. You know, it's like they don't have to worry about it. So like they don't need like a bunch of people to just show up and like buy a beer every once in a while, right? So hotels, on the other hand, like have the empty space.
Yeah.
Oh, there is something coming like Trainhammer. Dave, don't you worry. Also, shout out Dave. We shared 2 pictures of hobby things today, I think. Maybe 3. Dave requested more hobby photos.
Hobby.
I think we need to just load them up. It's just a matter of remembering to do it. Come to BobCon anyway. Yeah, I might have to I might not have my wedding then, Zach. But
is that the same? We're also doing an event with Sig Sauer up in New Hampshire. I forget the date.
Yeah, we got to.
That's like a come hang out and play.
I hope it's not the same date. If not, we got.
I think it might be actually.
No, that's the same. June 16th or whatever it is. That Saturday is ACO. That's so I know I'm going to miss that. Which is unfortunate.
You're not
doing
doing
really fun last year. I know a lot of people are going.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out when the 6 hour thing is.
I have a old friend who works there as a gunsmith.
Where?
6 hour.
What is 6 hour? Why?
It's a gun manufacturer.
They manufacture handguns.
What?
And rifles. Yeah, they're in Epping, New Hampshire.
What?
Once again, no one listens to me.
What did I approve? Did I approve something?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to talk about this offline.
I literally said, yeah, but we need to be careful how we do this.
Okay.
You just, I'm not that I'm what's it called? Keeping score, but this is, I think, the 4th time I've advised against something, and everyone's just like, no, it'll be fine. And then me being 2 weeks later.
I need to find this on paper. Where was this? Okay.
It'll be fine.
It's
community outreach.
Yeah. All right. If you're outraged, put it in the comments.
They make really good chocolate.
Yeah. Do they really?
No, because it just sounds like a Swiss. I think it's a Swiss company.
Yeah.
Could be wrong. 6 hour. Yeah.
And on that note.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us today. That was actually pretty fun. I have survived through an episode of being very tired again. Yeah, thanks for commenting. And if you want to join the show, reach out to us. So I think I messaged like 3 people to join us today, but I messaged them last night, so it doesn't really count. And yeah, but we want Jack on here. Jack from Always Strikes Last. I think we should get him on. I messaged him. I think he just didn't see the message. But if anybody else in the comments wants to join, feel free. Just let us know. So cheers.
Bye.
Happy Friday, everyone. Have some fun. Get a game in this week.